on the troll.
Hello and welcome back to Mzansi. We are back again. It is that time of the night where we have to tell you what happened in court, even though we told you yesterday. But we still have to, unfortunately, tell you what happened in that court. And I hope that you are not surprised, because we did predict this thing.
Yes.
Even a caller, when we ask a question, what do you think is going to happen? One caller, Tim Cool, I think, said, we are not going to do anything.
It will be another postponement. Oh boy, were they so right.
Is it difficult to actually predict such things now?
No,
No, it's not.
it actually isn't. You can already tell by the arguments that are made in that court, and especially with regards to the voluminous documents that keep coming in a piecemeal fashion.
Exactly.
That is the reason why now there's another postponement.
Yebo. We are here. Let's do what is right. Like the video, share the video, and interact with the adverts, guys. I know it's a difficult process, but hey, please do.
Yeah.
Please do, for the sake of this channel, because it becomes harder and harder to work on this channel without those adverts.
Oh, yes. Guys, welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us yet again as we deliberate on the Senzo Meyiwa Trial. Well, today was another short court appearance, but there's a lot to unpack. Even if it's short, Mr. Anonymous, there are some issues that are raised that need to be highlighted.
Yes.
That we need to talk about and not act like they didn't happen. They are very important. So I'm going to start off at the beginning where Advocate Ballistics was presenting more exhibits. He was admitting more documents. One has to wonder, if they were in the disc, why were they not admitted to begin with?
Yeah, just on that, while we are on that, I think it's easy to solve this thing of that excuse of a disc. They just need to ask for an adjournment and say, please decode this for us, since you said they must have their own disc that was given to them, and say, please decode this to us in front of us. We want to see what we are missing.
Because he keeps saying,
I can tell you that those discs, they have
was
nothing.
Provided before in the disc.
I think those discs, they are empty.
It was in the disc, my lord. But if it was in the disc, why are you only admitting it now? Because he admitted a lot of exhibits today in the morning, which I found very weird. I'm like, such a long list. We're going to go through those exhibits. He presented affidavits and supplementary affidavits from Veiws. He said that Veiws now had additional information to what he had testified.
Because he's been angered. That additional information comes because of anger that is being questioned, because it's being cross-examined.
And he's just deciding to come back with additional information.
Yes. One thing that was clear to me today is that Veiws is not a mistake that is there. He was there to amend what Steyn did. And he's doing that every day, any day.
Well, there's a SAP register from Tembisa South Police Station, dated the 1st of June 2020, regarding the cell phone in possession of accused number 1 during his arrest in 2020. Now, these dates, 1st of June 2020.
Yes.
There's the SAP register from Tembisa South Police Station.
Yes.
regarding the cell phone
Yes.
in possession of accused number 1
Yes.
during his arrest
Yes.
in 2020.
Yes.
He got arrested on the 30th of May, 2020. And the register, the cell phone, was entered on the 1st of June, 2020.
Not to shy away from what happened when this guy was arrested, let us just brief you a bit. This guy was arrested according to Mohola's theory. He asked to change his clothes,
Yes.
even pants.
Yes.
And that would mean, or that would say to me, if he had phones, they would have seen it, right? Him
Yes.
putting it on the pocket and going with them.
Yes.
And then they took this guy to wherever they took him, Tembisa. And then cells. Then they start registering the phone on the 1st of June after 2 days.
Why?
Why?
Why? He said, remember, he said through his legal representation, Mngomezulu, that when he was arrested on the 30th of May, he didn't have cell phones that the police had taken.
Yes.
That was his submission to the court. That you did not arrest me with any cell phones.
Yes.
Is he lying?
No, it's not, because you check this section 205. They are dealing with Tembisa case.
Yes.
Yes.
1st of June 2020. We still have the 31st. Maybe it sounds like it's the next day. It's the 30th, the 31st of May, and then the 1st of June.
Yes.
Only on the 1st of June is a cell phone that is alleged to be belonging to him admitted or put in the register.
Yebo.
Well, another one of the exhibits that were submitted were the affidavit of the SAP 13 store clerk from Tembisa South Police Station by Constable M. Makwala, the SAP register from Brixton Police Station, the collection sheet of buccal samples for accused number 2 by Sergeant KP Mashele. KP Mashele is that
Swipe guy.
The buccal swab person who
The buccal swipe guy.
yes, it's a lady.
Oh,
who was
lady, yeah.
speaking Setswana
Yeah.
from the Pretoria North Police Station. Competency certification of Sergeant KP Mashele to collect buccal samples. So the qualification, her qualification now is being admitted. Why was it not admitted before? Why is it admitted now when she's done testifying?
We're fixing
What's
as
the
we
point?
go. We're fixing as we go. So you put it on the record, and then later we have
And
to
as I was
fix it.
listening, Mr. Adams, I'm like, none of these things have nothing to do with what the defense asked for. Where are the stuff that the defense was asking for? But he continued. The buccal sample of accused number 3 and number 4, acknowledgement of receipts for the buccal samples of accused number 3 and number 4, the affidavit by Mr. Pilo of Capitec Bank regarding the records of accused number 1, accused number 2, accused number 4, and accused number 5. We have a Mr. Pilo from Capitec Bank.
Yeah.
Their
Who
affidavit.
I assume is going to come, and he was the one who was supposed to read
the
those records.
Yes, the
in
bank
my
records.
opinion.
Yes. Capitec Bank statements of accused number 1, number 5, and number 4. And the affidavit of Ms. Pindile Bulelang of Nedbank regarding the bank records of accused number 1 and number 5. The Nedbank bank statements of accused number 1, number 5, the Standard Bank statements of accused number 1. These, okay, maybe for the Nedbank one, we have Ms. Bulelang,
Yeah.
Pindile Bulelang.
But Standard Bank, we have no affidavits Nothing was
as
said
well.
of that. And ABSA, we have this general affidavit that comes from ABSA as a brand. I don't know. There was no name mentioned. The order of names that were mentioned from Mr. Pilo, Mr. Or
Miss Bulelang.
Ms. Bilolang for Standard Bank. Then we start keeping quiet to Standard Bank. Then later we talk about the affidavits from ABSA.
It just says the
So
affidavit from ABSA.
So from that, you can almost rest assured that no one is going to come and do the authentication of Standard Bank and ABSA.
I don't see it happening. If they were not mentioned, then we will see. Maybe
Those
they
banks
will, but
seem not to be batching, in my opinion.
okay.
They're not taking CAC.
Yeah. Then there's bank statements as well for accused number 5 from ABSA. He said this affidavit from ABSA and the bank statements of accused number 5 are still to be handed up.
Yes. The one that have this general affidavit that has no name.
Still to be handed up. Not yet handed up. Still to be handed up.
Yes.
As to why he read that in the record, I don't know. But they are still to be handed up. It means they are not there
The
yet.
promise that he has been making.
Baloy asked that the evidence of the bank records stand down so that they continue with the evidence of Lieutenant Colonel
Because they are
Holmes.
hitting the rock now when it comes to banks. They are getting close to getting caught. Now, Host has to be in a hurry. Come, Host, be in a hurry. We need to finish your evidence. In my
Fast,
opinion, it's easy, man, to see these monkey tricks.
The reason is because Host will not be available next week. That's the reason that they were giving. And they said that Host said that Advocate Baloy said that they adjourned early on Tuesday so that the defense can have the opportunity to consult on additional statements of Lieutenant Colonel Host. He said that he intimated on Tuesday following the criticism leveled against Lieutenant Colonel Host. He then went and completed an additional statement that showed the communication between the accused.
Where has this communication been?
That was not enough, it seems, what he testified to. He held back, and now he's deciding to unleash. So what is that communication? We'll find out when he testifies. So the numbers that they communicated on and the number of times that they communicated with each other. Remember how Mnisi got up and said that Host had said that there was communication with each of the accused. They were communicating amongst each other, and he let it go, right?
He did.
And Baloy just brought it up again today, that they are going to prove that the accused were communicating with each other.
2018, that is.
And he said that the information was handed to the defense on Tuesday, and he assumed that they had the opportunity to consult. So information in the form of application for Section 205s that were handed to the defense on Tuesday, additional information that was sent to them via electronic media yesterday evening, being emails and SMSs on the Section 205 authorizations that related mainly to the people that were in the house, a number of cell phone numbers for which application 205s were made for the core data and RICA information, and hard copies of those documents were given to the defense this morning. Early in the morning, they showed up and then they got those.
It's okay with the judge. That is fine. Well and fine.
They did not promise on the 30th.
That is documented. Since the judge wants things that are documented.
He said he will be handing them throughout the day on the 30th of April. And now he comes in court and he's so nonchalant about it, like we handed them up this morning.
No denying from Baloy's side. The judge is okay with it. I'm willing to give you time for that.
There's no wrong.
Let's
But I
correct
can
the
do no
mistake.
wrong in the judge's eyes.
Where is the judge that is gonna say these people are right? This amounts to hogwash.
Why do your staff keep coming?
Why do your staff
piece by piece by piece?
Why do you want these people to consult in a piecemeal fashion? They start now. They
Why
stop.
is he
they
not
stop.
being accused of derailing the case?
No, it's not. I pause at him, man. Like this judge, honestly, in my opinion, I think is afraid of Balo. I don't know.
You know, I had a similar feeling. I'm like, I man,
Aye. Aye.
You know, sometimes when you are afraid of a person, you can't tell them when they've done wrong.
No.
You cannot.
No.
Because you are fearful of the person.
Obvious.
You're scared of them.
Yes. Only a fearful person can do this.
He wanted to place the additional information that Veiws had compiled, and Advocate Khumalo had not started with his cross-examination of Veiws. He indicated that he needed more information and that the information has been furnished to the defense. He wanted the information that showed communication between the various accused to be placed on record by Veiws before Advocate Khumalo does his cross-examination. And Mngomezulu said that regarding the email that was sent to him, it relates to the Section 205s, and now he wanted clarity from Baloyi when he went through it. He said it related to taxi violence operation kaofela.
Wabon? So, they are allowed to go and fetch things from other cases. 375 comes, there's a problem with it. We must be told about Batoi and whatnot.
Because when you think taxi violence operation, you're thinking about the case of accused number 3.
Yes.
The one that it has been concluded that he's been convicted for.
Yes.
They are using SAPs from that case to bring them to this case.
Yes.
So the question now becomes, what work has these investigators actually done of investigating? Because this doesn't sound like much was done if you have to only pull from other cases.
They were supposed to have their own things.
Yes. SAPs
Yes.
that they have applied for.
Yes.
SAPs that they have went and done because they are investigating these people on a separate matter.
Yes.
That's what we were expecting. To hear that now they're being pulled from taxi violence operation, it's like a copy and paste type
And now
of
that
thing.
taxi violence operation, you see what it has done? It has brought Mrs. client back to the action where they said, no, nothing of that sort is with your client.
So now Veiws was working on pulling the numbers of accused number 3.
Yes.
That they said that they had not included
Yes.
when he was testifying for the first time.
Now, whatever evidence that Nisi has led, it now must change to accommodate those numbers. And it's okay with the judge. The complexion of the case is changing in front of that judge. It's fine with the judge.
It's okay with him.
It's okay.
He has nothing to say. No
He
comment.
will give you time. He just hold you with time. How much time do you need since you say condescending judge? That judge is condescending. How much time do you say? You know what? He listened to this guy saying, I gave them a disc. I gave them a disc. Have you done your due diligence to go check that disc if it's working? Have you said, can you give me this disc? Or this disc, can we see it? If it works, the one, any defense that has that disc, can you bring it in court so that we can decode it here?
Well, he asked, what has that got to do with this court? Mngomezulu, with regards to this taxi violence operation kaofela. And Baloi said that it shows that various numbers were identified as belonging to the accused. An application was made to various service providers for the core data on those numbers. The supporting affidavit is made by the late Sergeant Mabena, and authorizations were made in Ndutsane, but it was submitted to Vodacom in Gauteng. This is for the other case,
Vodacom,
by the way.
Only Vodacom they work with. Notice that. Only Vodacom. No other service providers. No.
That's because Vodacom was working for the other case. Perhaps the investigators of the taxi violence case that related to accused number 3 done the work with Vodacom. This is what it sounds like. This is what it says. They are claiming the work of other investigators to be theirs.
No, they will tell you it's part of their what do you call it? Of their database now. They can pull
Where
and compare.
are they contacting of Vodacom, contacting of service providers? Where is theirs? EP. Well, the purpose is to show that in light of the accused not knowing each other, that information would show that from 2018 there was communication between the various accused. That is the purpose, he said. Baloi said that the accused were arrested in 2020, and from 2018 the information by the service provider is only stored for 3 years. Listen to this excuse. So they could only go back to 2018.
It's not an excuse. Notice a pattern of
Number
that.
3's case was in 2018, or rather it started in 2018.
Service
all the way to
provider.
2019.
Service provider, same stuff.
Banks,
same stuff.
Same
they give the
excuse.
same reason.
Yes, they do. They actually do. So the information by the service provider, he said that it's only stored for 3 years and they could only go back to 2018. So Baloi is practically sticking to his timelines with the banks and the service providers that they only can store information for up to 3 years. He's sticking beside his story. He's sticking beside it. That banks and service providers can only store information regarding clients for 3 years. We must eat it. We must just not find anything suspicious.
Hence, you must understand why this phone must have been found for accused number 1 in 2020. Because 2019 is going to allow them to go a bit back.
Which is what is important, by the way. The incident happened in 2014. That's what matters. 2018, 2019,
It's immaterial.
Honestly speaking, Mngomezulu was correct. Well, Mngomezulu agreed that host additional information should be placed on record. Mnisi said that there's a new number of accused number 3, while the state had previously said that accused number 3 is not affected by any cell phone record, and all of a sudden there's a new number. He had not yet consulted with accused number 3 as to where that number comes from, who applied for that number, and how does it affect him. So as far as this case is concerned, he needed time to study the voluminous documents and also consult with Mr. Mngube, accused number 3. He said that he does not want a position where the state says that the accused persons are changing their versions as the case progresses, because this is out of their own making. Khumalo said that he had also received the additional information in the morning, which was not supplied to him on Tuesday. In the affidavit of Veiws, he also says that when he analyzed the numbers, there is also communication through SMSs that he has requested from the state in order to further consult with his clients.
So they have
telling
SMSs.
them, yes, but they're not giving them the content of the SMSs. So Khumalo wants the content of the SMSs now. He said
crazy.
he hadn't received those SMSs. So Mshololo said that
And
on Tuesday,
isn't it funny that they have selective SMSs?
it is fishy.
When the full SMS thing is required. No, we cannot.
I remember also with Stain reading SMSs from Zandi. They were reading SMSs from Zandi Khumalo. They were reading SMSs, some of them from Longwe. However, with regards to other persons, there are no SMSs that could be read. The others of Kelly Khumalo as well that were read, do you remember?
Yes.
Where he was expressing that he wanted Senzo to leave her alone or something like that. I don't remember quite the context. But do you remember those SMSs, guys, being read out in court?
Yeah, I do.
And some of them are not read out. Why? Why being selective? Why not share everything? Why not show us everything?
Because that's not going to happen. They want you to see what they want you to see, in my opinion.
They want to paint a narrative.
Hey. And that narrative must be, we must eat it up.
Sure. Mshololo said that on Tuesday, when they adjourned, the state supplied them with incomplete information. The incomplete statement of Colonel Gininda, they were told that they would be supplied later on the day, on Tuesday, and those pages never came. So out of the bundle that was supplied on the 30th of April, there was a bank records from Absa Bank. She said that she managed to secure consultation in prison, even though the visit was not allowed because it was a holiday, but the head of the prison allowed her to consult. She consulted.
As the judge kept on insisting, as if that thing is a normal thing, as if Rata was lying.
Oh, Ramsipil.
Ramsipil was lying.
So he said that he consulted on the Absa bank records, which was made available to her. And this morning she received another bundle of documents from the state, which she has not been able to read. She said that she saw that an email was sent to her at 2300 hours last night. That's 11 o'clock, of which she was told not to sleep and wait for this email. And unfortunately, she could not read it overnight. As a result, she placed it on record. So, yeah, she said it. Someone had to say it, though. This is a trial by ambush.
It is.
Someone had to say it.
It is. They must keep on highlighting these things so that in case, as the judge would say, in case this court has to be referred.
Yes.
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 It's a trial by ambush.
It is.
And the judge keeps on trying to correct for the state. That is a clear mandate.
Well, yesterday she said she had the whole day to consult with her client, and all those documents that the state is preparing or were anticipating to use. However, those documents were not supplied to her, especially the affidavits which were marked by Mr. Baloyi, that there were pages that were missing. I heard her even say that the one from Gininda also had missing pages. So what she asked was, what is very bad is that the state is dishonest with the court. The state is not telling the truth, that they need time to investigate and to compile all the necessary records that are supposed to be supplied to the defense so that they can be able to consult properly, so that they can be able to run with this trial as well. So Baloyi responded, and he said that he strongly objects to the language being used by his learned colleague or friend to say that they are dishonest.
They are.
They are officers of this court.
So
They
you
can
see
never,
that mentality.
be dishonest.
You see that mentality of, if you are a lawyer, then you cannot, and if you are in court, as if it's a holy place. And I know that when we talk about this thing, it gets to that point of the manner in which the court is conducted is more of a Christian way. So other people have no problem in lying in that thing. No problem whatsoever.
No.
You can stand up and say there's a disc.
We cannot tiptoe. But
Yeah.
he lies. He lies with a straight face. And he presents it and makes it look like it's not a lie. But he's lying. He did lie to the defense on Tuesday by telling them that he had all the documents, only for him to supply them in the morning today.
Yes. And
Is
then
that not a lie?
And then he lies on Mngomezulu.
Mnyeki as well, saying that Mnyeki consulted with accused number 3. Oh my gosh. with a straight face in front of the whole of the.
So
in
just
front of Pamgwabantu.
Just because he just speaks a lot of garbage in that English of his, and then everyone now is catching fire. Shololo is catching fire. I know English is not our mother tongue.
You know, he threw shade at Mshololo to say that she doesn't know English or whatever. No, English is not our language. But I would like to believe that is not what his my learned friend is implying. But they will be we are dishonest.
What about the judge though, trying to speak Afrikaans with that guy, and the guy is answering in English? What kind of
why is he forcing him to speak Afrikaans? He doesn't want to. Go weird, man. Why are you speaking to? And he's responding in English.
Exactly. That is the funny part, because you are trying by all means to be relevant to this person, speaking their own language, and they answer you in common language,
English.
But you keep on insisting. Why? For what? What are you trying to prove? That you know Afrikaans? Okay, go play rugby, do something. we like, I don't. Yo.
Hey, I'm
fit. You know, I would be proud. I would be proud if you are speaking his own language.
You know,
I would be very proud.
By the way, we don't even know what his native language is so far.
Because even Zulu is butchering it.
Zulu, but he's butchering it. Kamo Ramosipili, I thought he's Tswana since he's Mokwatleng. I'm thinking Ramosipili should be easy to pronounce. He keeps butchering Ramosipili's surname to be Ramosipidi. So I don't understand. Maybe he only speaks English and Afrikaans. Kwazban. Maybe those are the two languages that he's fluent in. But as for African languages, I am not sure. I don't know.
You're telling me that the people who are responsible for this, they don't see that nonsense that is happening in that court?
I don't know. But someone, Judge Zondo said to Judge Mlambo that he had seen Maumela drinking tea, which means he was watching, right? Isn't that the report that came from the judge president in that hearing of Judge Maumela? Isn't that what he said? I remember we reported on it, Mr. Anonymous.
We did.
So if he saw him drinking tea, you are trying to tell us he's also not watching, at least nyana, or hearing the reports, something and clips nyana. He's not seeing anything that is happening in that courtroom. Nothing. So the witness, he said, now is called to the witness box to proceed with this trial while they are being supplied with information which is relevant to the witnesses this morning, which makes it difficult for them to formulate that defense. This is Advocate Mshololo putting her arguments. And the case that they need to put to the witness, who is currently on the witness box, Uhos. So the supply of documents in this piecemeal is affecting the whole process today. And they're given this. Tomorrow they will be given that. Tomorrow they will be surprised to receive other documents. It's not even
in line. It is changing. Like, look at Mnisi. Mnisi was chilled, thinking cell phones. No,
Gidli. All of a sudden.
Cell phone.
Prepare.
Say something.
Wow. So she said if the state says that they are not dishonest, then they are honest. The judge asked if it's sarcasm. And Mshololo said it's because...
If a shoe fit, wait.
in front of the court while her learned friend is making submissions. He's not being truthful to tell the court that we have supplied the documents which were incomplete on the 30th, and we have not been able to finish the defense with the outstanding documents. That's where it was supposed to start. So Baloyi was literally carrying on in the morning as if he'd given them everything on Tuesday. Meanwhile, that was not the case. Okay, it was not the case at all. But he was continuing like, he supplied everything on Tuesday. And she also expressed that they still need time to finish the defense with those documents and explain the time as to when they will be able to receive the outstanding documents from the documents that were finished them with on the 30th, let alone the documents that were sent last night. They were not even given a reason, even though they do not deserve an explanation. It's another sarcasm, okay? They don't deserve an explanation. Actually, they do. But they feel that the state does not carry that responsibility of having to explain, especially when there's delays. So they received them last night, and this morning they were expected to be ready to proceed with this witness, which was
That's how this case has been going. Just that they were accommodating.
Yeah, they
this
were.
man.
They were.
Now
that's why Ramasipili now ended up putting versions that they are being used against him, because they were over accommodating. They did not have enough time to consult. So Ramasipili, some of the stuff that he placed on record are today the state using against him, right? Because he was in a rush.
Yes.
The ambush that we were talking about, and everybody thought that we were over-exaggerating. We have called this trial by ambush before, because documents have been coming
and
like this. And
clever blacks are saying, this defense is not ready. Mara nabo, they were chilled at the time.
They were chilled now. They were chilled. We were stressing more on that.
Right after this shenanigans happening, I switched to AKA bail hearing. Yes.
What is happening there? I didn't know.
No, it's like we are in a different country, bro.
Are you serious?
The lawyers, the judge, the question of the judge, relevant question, clarity-seeking question,
he's not
thought-provoking question.
He's not testifying.
No.
We are traumatized as a country. Rata has just traumatized us.
And then here is this side, you have a judge that is moving like a prosecutor and a witness and
changing evidence. It's a lot. We are
same
going through a lot.
Governed by the same laws.
Wow.
But it's almost similar cases, but different ways of dealing with these cases.
I'm asking for my own understanding. Have you ever heard of a inconclusive?
And what is funny is that court, I think it's a lower court, that one.
Yes, it's a regional court.
It's a regional court, yes. That is even funny.
He's a magistrate. A moment.
We need 3 judges here.
A full bench.
A full bench, which is the Supreme Court.
Yeah. I think they should apply it to this case. One judge is not enough.
Don't tell me about JP Mlambo. Don't tell me about that man. Like, honestly speaking, I see people busy talking about... Honestly speaking, come on, guys.
You are trying to tell us that JP Mlambo is not seeing anything. He's not watching.
He came to court.
He came to court that other day, and Judge Ratha was so well behaved that I believe that something is happening, something would happen, but he's just getting worse. Judge Mokwatleng is getting worse and worse with every court appeal.
Busy telling me, hey, what about that one? These are the times where you miss Mokweng.
Yes.
That man was key. That man was moving. Let us be honest.
I'm so.
He would have talked by now.
Words.
He would have said something, even if it's not act. Just say something.
Anything. Let him know that you are watching, at least. Something.
Not this thing of talking about teas. Who cares about if someone drinks tea? We don't care about that thing. It's like this issue of state capture that you keep on hearing every day. We're tired of that thing now. It's being resuscitated every chance they get, playing with our emotions. Who cares about that thing? That's the only thing you came and did. That's the only thing we'll remember you for.
Well, Mngomezulu wanted to make more submissions. And he started off by saying that he agrees with what Advocate Mshololo is saying. As he had indicated earlier, he said that he submits with due respect whatever information comes after a full disclosure, after the trial has commenced, is ambush, in the sense that the state is the dominus litis. The state cannot dictate the nature and the manner of evidence to be presented and the witnesses to be called.
The defense cannot do that.
Yes. And he said that he wishes for the court to be mindful of the evidence that the state is eliciting at this stage. The state is trying to refute or rebut the evidence of an alibi and the evidence that the accused know each other. That's what's happening. The state is now dealing with Muzisbia saying that he wasn't in Gauteng in 2014. They are placing him in Gauteng in 2014. And another part is that they know each other. They refused to say that they didn't know each other. And now the state is trying to prove that they knew each other. But how is that helping in solving whether they did the crime or not?
No, nothing. And we're talking about 2018. Senzo was killed in 2014. That's where we should be at.
Did they know each other in 2014?
Even more reason for...
Even if they knew each other in 2014, did they do the crime or not?
Yes. Even more reason for 375 to be matched together with 636. Because now, of the very same submission that Balo is using, the very same excuse of saying that these networks cannot bring anything beyond 3 years.
3 years.
Have you had such
nonsense?
It's nonsense.
This evidence that is led in this court by this witness, relating to the bank statements, cell phones, it's something that happened after the state brought this evidence, which occurred after the incident of 2014.
So a theory is put, something is put, and then you rebut it. You try to show your law degree is working, and then Maloi comes with something new, additional. Oh, because by the way, the witness has just gotten angry. Here comes the additional stuff because he feels like you guys are saying is lying.
How is that helping to prove that the accused are the ones who are responsible for taking Senzo's life? You have failed to even place them at the Spaza house. Right now, you have failed. We're still waiting for you to prove that part. Why are you dodging that part? What was exceptional about Mngomezulu's cross-examination when he subpoenaed these 3 high-profile people is because he went back to the incident of the crime when it took place, 2014, where the state does not want to go. And yet they have a case to prove against these 5 accused, but they don't want to go there to 2014. They'd rather give us stuff from 2018, 2020, 2021. Who cares?
Nobody cares. Now we are in a case where we are proving. You were in Johannesburg, you were not. You were in Johannesburg.
They brought a whole Natis guy to
you
come
talked
and
to 2018, you talked to so and so. Yes. No, you talked to so and so. 2018, you talked to so and so. Why does that prove?
Your card withdrew at what is this? Fosloras. Your card withdrew at Fosloras. So you were in Gauteng. You were in Gauteng.
Where does that
Those
help?
withdrawals
And
were
Nakona 2018. For heaven's sake. 2018. So now you are trying to get these people arrested on the what is it? The character evidence.
Yes.
You're saying because they lied about going and buying bread at Shoprite, then
Their
they
card
could have
was
killed.
swiped in Foslora, so it means they were in Foslora.
They could have taken Senzo's life in 2014 because they lied about that.
That's what he's trying to do. That's what they are trying to do as a state.
Jesus.
Because Sibanda is also within that. They are trying to prove that character evidence. But you haven't placed these people at the scene. You haven't done the work that is important.
Nothing places these people on the scene.
Going
so
around
let me tell you what they are relying on. Because of that allegedly cooked evidence of a gun that belongs to accused number 3, then they are hoping to use that as what puts these people in the house. That bullet now is not only evidence of a weapon and all that. Now it's also something that puts these people in the house. That's why they want it so bad. Because that's the only thing that they have.
Omonyoti DNA is inconclusive when they said that it's not matching. It's not a match, but he's calling it inconclusive.
So that bullet is obviously gonna come and say, yeah, this is where Senzo, or this is the gun that shot Senzo. That we know.
And they didn't want the doctor who did the autopsy to, from his experience, say what kind of a bullet hit Senzo.
No.
They didn't want him to comment on that to the state. They blocked it. The defense tried
which
to
is
cross-examine it.
Which is within his expertise.
But they didn't want him to comment on that. That the type of
ballistic person is only here to talk about the bullet.
The bullet, not about the wound Senzo had.
Was it wide? Was it not wide? Did they use a certain type of like those things? Doctors would know.
A pathologist would know what bullet did the killing. He would know, but they refused for him to comment on that. So that should give you an idea of what's going on here if you already don't understand. So during the inception of this trial, even if he was not there, but he followed the records, none of these accused persons tendered a plea explanation in terms of section 115. So I was like, wow.
I'm sorry, Emil. You see, now we are talking about people. That person is talking about Judge Klopp. We are talking about people. People who know what they took this thing for. Now we can talk for days. Tell me about people that... Continue.
Yes, with due respect. So... Mngomezulu is now addressing this important issue that there's no section 115. There's no section 115 that the accused were supposed to have taken before even appearing for the trial. So that was like, wow. So a lot of things were not done, eh?
A lot of things.
So he said that no one, it's a fishing expedition by the state now to say that they listened to the version that was put by Ramosipili to one of the witnesses to say that accused number 1 was not in Gauteng on the day Senzo was killed. Now the state wants to focus on that. They deviate away from the elements that they need to prove on what happened in 2014. If the state was confident enough that they had something to say before this court, they should have led the evidence on what was delivered or said before this court. So he said that Mboto read the affidavit of accused number 1, then Rapadu came and read the confession of accused number 2. It dealt with the communication where Kelly asked, "Where are you?" Those are the records that are relevant. Mngomezulu
and
said
those records They do not have a link with any of those people in the box.
No.
No.
The
2014
205 that was done 2014 on Kelly's phone.
You see injustice.
The 5 accused.
You see the injustice that this so-called draft of a junior junior police is actually doing a lot of injustice if it was never accepted in this case. Because that information wouldn't have been in this court if Mngomezulu didn't come the way he came.
No.
It's like, forget what you see there. Forget. Forget that we took Kelly's phone, we checked everything. There's no link in that thing. Forget about that. We want to deal with 2018. We want to deal with what happened in 2018.
Well, Mngomezulu said that he's in possession of a Section 205 for Kelly Khumalo's phone, and he is going to show the state that there is no such communication that is direct evidence. He's not thumb-sucking it to say that he's looking for the number for Ntuli, for Mapisa, or whoever. He said that he has records for Kelly Khumalo on the date Senzo was killed, and they're busy with 2018 and 2021. And
Where
he said,
does
we
that
are
help
not
us?
interested. That is not our defense.
Where does that help us?
Where does it
In
help?
reality, where does it help us? If 2014 records of Section 205 of Kelly Khumalo's phone are saying there was no connection, why are we even here?
Prolonging this.
Why now are we looking 2018 selective? And you see, the funny thing is, because they know that those records are going to say that, they had to do something new.
Add number 3.
Okay?
Because at least kuna maphepha, there's paperwork from his other case. Just drag it also.
No, I'm saying with Kelly, with accused, they are able to take other cases, Section 205.
Yes.
Now here's Section 205 for Kelly's records, but
All
it's in
the way from
375.
2014.
375. No. Today we are hearing new evidence that says actually Kelly talked about these people.
Talk to them. Not even talked about. Talk
to
them.
these people. Yes.
Which is all very, very weird.
Very selective way of doing things.
Well, he said that the main defense during Section 106 is a bad denial. They deny having killed Senzo. So now they want to create their own defense because of what Ramusepeli said when he said that accused number 1 was not there. They are busy now. That's why one will be tempted to say that they are cooking. They are manufacturing every day so it can fit what the state wants it to
In fact,
fit.
you cannot even shy away from that. What do you say about someone sending you documents at 11 at night? No, that person is not sleeping. He's trying to answer you. Whatever you did in court is answering. Let's like the video, guys. Let us please like the video. The person is answering. He's not sleeping. You know when you have something pending at work.
Yes, a deadline.
You keep on working. That's a good show. 1, 2. So next thing you send emails at night or in the morning.
Yes.
And people are like, yo, this guy. That's
You're
exactly
working
what
under
is happening.
pressure. You're working under pressure now. The pressure is too much.
11 o'clock. You send something. And this is funny because the judge is allowing this. This case, if it had a fair judge, on the basis of these submissions, piecemeal submissions, this case would be done by now, be thrown out. Because immediately you stop that tab of Baloyi that keeps on coming. He immediately runs out of things to do.
We're going to be here until 2030.
But as long as you keep on allowing Baloyi for the sake of criminal
I
proceedings.
will be dealing with this case until 2030.
Oh, criminal procedure, my lord.
He
You
keeps
see,
bringing in new evidence.
I don't know what we are going to do about the horse's evidence, my lord. Perhaps since it's for the sake of criminal procedure, my lord, I would state we would suggest that before they cross-examine, let's put this version in it. Obvious. You are changing everything whenever. I mean, the judge is on your side. So, allegedly, my opinion, in any case. Why would you be worried? Keep on chopping and changing whenever. Keep on chopping and changing.
Manufacturing. Cook. Mtakabao. Cook. Allegedly.
My lord. Colonel House was very angry. Was it angry or?
What do you think angered House? Do you think it's what Mnisi was doing?
Yes.
And even though he let it go, House is still that bitter to say, let me prove this Mnisi wrong.
There's nothing to prove. There is nothing to prove. You are bringing nothing.
Now they're dragging accused number 3 into it. He still had a wound from what Mnisi had done or almost did to him. So you see, Mnisi was onto something.
He was onto. I don't know why he backed down.
I don't know either. Now you back down. Look at what is happening.
And we told him not to back down.
Look at what is happening now. Host did not sleep for the last couple of days.
It's trying to prove you.
Now he said, because I can tell this court now they don't have a case. This is Mngomezulu saying to the
No, they don't have a case, in all honest. Let us be fair and honest. They don't have a case. Nothing. You look at these things that today happened, it tells you the state does not have a case. Even if you give them 10 years more to do that, they will still come with this butchered case.
He said, I'm not arguing the case, but I don't see the purpose of this witness to be here. I also had to think, what is the purpose of Rose?
To talk about 2018.
I don't see why we need to hear his evidence again. Does he enjoy that witness box? Does he enjoy it? Is it fun? Is it nice?
No one knows.
And the disclosure, what time do we have to go through it? Because if I were to consult with the client sentence by sentence, transaction by transaction, is this fair? Mngomezulu asked. Is it a fair trial to these accused? Moreover, our defense will blatantly vehemently deny the involvement of these accused in the killing of Senzo Meyiwa. I even put it on my cross-examination to one of the investigating officers, and I still have to prove that evidence in court. Now they are busy feeding us with 2018, 2020, 2021. We don't even have time to consult. This is pure ambush. And he further said that when he got into this trial, it was a trial within a trial, and the court made an exception
that evidence
can be made during the trial within a trial, not in the main trial. And now they're getting everything here.
All that is ignored.
The judge is quiet, by the way.
Because he knows. He knows they're telling him the truth.
Ballo said that they gave them the disc, and the investigating officer said information wanted was contained in the disc. All they are doing now is to supply them with hard copies of what was contained in the disc.
Can you believe this? This is huge. In all honesty, was it after De Novo or before De Novo? I don't know. When a certain police came to testify that accused number 3's gun is not the one.
It was after De Novo.
But we're still here.
I get they refused to take his evidence. They didn't take it. What can we say? What can we say? And then they further made things awkward by not allowing the defense to cross-examine Dr. Steenkamp, who did the autopsy on Senzo, to put his comments on what bullet could have caused the wound that he had to deal with and examine. So they didn't want him to go there because they knew that case
Guys,
closed.
our moderators are requesting you to like the video. Please like the video. Please let us assist also, because from this side now we look like we are not doing that. Please like the video, guys. Sinenhlanhla being we are not hurt on that request. Please like the video. Let us push the video. It's 834. Let us push the video. Let's not make it difficult for Morning Gang.
Yes, please.
I mean, they always put us
But
in
then
1,000.
come through, guys.
But I mean, we're
They're
mainly
like-
today here. Let us just.
When I look by 9 o'clock, they're like 1,000, and I'm like, yeah,
Morning Gang
is the
does not
best.
forget. The first thing they do is to like.
like the
I'm
video.
grateful for those who say, I'm about to sleep. I would like, and then I'll go to sleep, and then I'll become a
Yes.
Morning Gang. Thank you very much for
Thank
doing
you.
that. You are playing your
And-
part.
Continuing on what happened in court, the judge reaffirmed Mr. Baloyi when he was speaking of that hard disk situation. He even said it was in October, right? It was in October, October, right? Yes.
No, he's trying to justify that they have that information, but he hasn't proven that they have that information. He hasn't done that little investigation that he always talk about. I need to also satisfy the court. You have not. He's just taking Baloyi's weight.
And you know what it got me when he asked Baloyi if all that information that Mr. House was supposed to give, was it also in that disc?
And then he
Baloyi
started
said
helping House in terms of what House is here to do. You know, he's even directing him. Are you here too?
said
You
no.
started afresh. You know that part of you started afresh with Stain's evidence. Now you have to give Stain's evidence. It's not this judge is just...
Making excuses.
Man, it's not even an excuse. It is allowing the change of evidence that is happening with House. Is validating it.
So in response to Mr. Mngomezulu, he said that in the nature of a trial, the state supplies all the information that it has at the beginning of the trial. But during the trial, propositions are out to the witnesses and the state needs to follow up on those propositions. And this information was gathered as a result of those propositions. So as the trial unfolds, the state gets to know what the defense of the accused is. And it's on that basis that the information is being gathered. That is why it's being tendered. So when they adjourned on Tuesday regarding accused number 3's number, Baloyi said that Advocate Minyeki consulted with accused number 3 and then came back to them regarding that number. That issue was canvassed by Advocate Minyeki. Did he not lie on Advocate Minyeki?
So this guy literally...
Advocate
This is how
Minyeki said
brave-
he didn't do that.
This is
He
how
didn't
brave
consult
he
with
is.
accused-
This is how brave he is. He
And I
can
could see
literally...
him like burning to get up, burning to correct.
Even Baloyi, look at Baloyi when he's saying these things. He gives one glance to a judge and then he speaks.
Yeah.
And those eyes, like, it's like under the hat. Check. Yeah, this was canvassed. And the judge is like, is it? Is it?
Well, Baloyi blamed the defense, saying that it's only fair if one needs time to prepare. He's making it the defense's fault.
Hey, my friend.
He's making it their fault. That they are the ones who need time to prepare. He's not taking accountability.
Even
for
the judge is doing that by saying, since you say you are being tried is a trial by ambush. What is that supposed to mean? This is someone when he was
defeated by
mocked
these
by
people.
Mnis. When he was mocked by Mnis, he wanted to cry.
Yes.
I'm old, playing that old card. Next thing, he's doing it.
Oh, guys, hi, I'm defeated. Shem, I'm defeated about what's happening in that courtroom. I
No,
no
it's-
longer have strength.
No, it's tiring.
I no longer have strength. All I can do is laugh. If it's painful to you, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm very, very sorry. But I cannot keep up with this. This is too much on my psyche. Okay? It's too much. It's too much. Like, what? So you're going to make it their fault that they need more time.
Yes.
And he says that they should request time instead of trying to cast aspersions on colleagues. Advocate Baloyi, yo, hi. I don't know
he
how
still
they
has
managed
guts to call
be so
himself
calm.
your colleague after he's
I respect them for being so calm. I don't see that happening with other lawyers. I don't see it happening this way that it's playing out, that it's happening in that courtroom. A lot of lawyers would have already lost it. So the state has always been reasonable, he said. The state has always been reasonable. If the defense needs more time, we will concede to that request.
The father was there.
And you know what gave me the creeps about him when he said the statement, Mr. Anonymous? To me, it sounded like Advocate Baloyi is the one who calls the shots in that courtroom.
Yeah, he calls the shot, obvious.
That's what freaked me out. I'm like, really, Judge, you're going to be quiet. He's throwing the shade, the tree. He's doing everything he can to make sure that the defense are the ones who are blamed, and he's not taking any accountability, and you are just going to sit there and not fix and correct that. No. It sounds like Advocate Baloyi is the one calling the shots in that courtroom, in my opinion.
Yes. Guys, let's push the like button. Smash that like button like you mean it. I think if, Emily, with this aircon, it's cold where I am.
Yes.
This is winter. If we don't hit a certain number, I'm going.
Of likes.
I'm taking my bike.
Guys, please, let's like the video.
I think we have delivered.
Yeah, I think we have. We have Naminyama. This is where I stop.
And just, I know that you normally reprimand me as a person judge. Guys, we are going to start to deliver on members.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm 100% sure.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That's good. I would also like to have content on their membership.
Yes, I'm gonna have to start to submit myself.
I would like to.
Let's hear what this caller has to say. Someone has been calling us non-stop. We're here now. Let's hear what you have to say. But before we hear, let's push those like button first before we go any further. I'm not gonna take this call. Let's push this like button. I'm just gonna pause until I see numbers moving. Okay, I see them a bit. Zanzi, hello.
Take this call. Push this like button. Just gonna pause until.
When did you get time to like when you're calling us already? Zanzi, hello.
Mr. Anonymous, njani?
Sikhona njani mfethu?
Siyaphila.
Yes.
Kade ngilindile. Dala lokhu ngiqalile nje ngimi lokhu ngizikelile. Ngivule zonke ingcingo zami ngala.
We are forward.
Bafethu umsebenzi muhle siyawuthanda. Into eyenziwa kuleya court leya hayi. Wonke umuntu uyayibona. Umuntu oyisilima ngathi mhlawumbe ngiyasixolisa ukubuza lelo gama. Kodwa nje umuntu mhlawumbe olazy ukucabanga njengoba nihlezi nisho. Bafethu umsiya mayifika lapha yaqala umsiya ufike waxolisile mayibuya ngiyacabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe ngasebuya for the second time ukuthi hayi ngibuye ngiqambe amanga ngento efike ngayenza lapha yana. So la sikhona njengamanje hayi judge bafethu ngeke lento enzakala lapha kuleya court leyana hayi. Bafethu hayi. Hayi mina nibona kanjani wena Mr Anonymous nawe sis Emily ngalento enzakala namhlanje? Hayi yazi lento yabona Mngomezulu mayethula ilokhuzana lezithulo zakhe lapha yana ngize like ukuhlengezela inyembezi ngicisha ukukhala manje Mngomezulu mayethula ilokhuzana ejudge ukuthi lento ilana ayikho lento esiyekwenza kwenziwa la. Yabo. Ngibona kanjani na Mr Anonymous?
Cha mfethu mina ngibona ukuthi nje yabo usho yona lento esisho phela nathi athi sikhala nawe nje mfethu. Sikhala nawe njengesiginci impela ayikho into esingayisho. Kunjena nje ngoba ubona nje nawe impela ayabona ama case anje avamisa ukwenzela emakhonini. Manje silibona ngamehlo ke manje yabona. Umuntu ebethelwa sibuka.
Hayi bafethu ngeke ayikho lento lena. Like this prosecutor of ours, the so-called umuntu this Baloyi, this guy has worked for his reputation, whatever you call ilokhuzana yakhe, uBaloyi njani manje uBaloyi ujaji na uyambona manje uthule uphoxekile kahle naye ngendlela uBaloyi yenza ngako ukuthi awu if kahle bekwazi ukukhuluma bezobuza awu ndoda manje sakhuluma kahle lento yethu ukuthi lento seyenza kanje manje wenza kanjani manje sokuthatha uzongibeka lana ngalendlela wenzakala ngayo ayishaye ubalo like bafowethu ibhlungu lento yenza kulamajika lawa ibhlungu ngempela Mr Anonymous nawe is Emily bafowethu siyabonga umsebenzi omuhle yabona le case lena kancane ngithi ngiyayilahla but then through your deliberation guys nezimbono enivela ngayo lekhuzane like lento beyivela ngobaba uChiko lokhuzane uChiko Thwala izolo uvele ngosis Emily ukuthi kunalesibhamu uChiko ibhamu kalokhuzana sikaMncube nesikaChiko sathatha sahanjiswa kuma Ballistics uChiko uyithatha leyo nto leyo uyayibona lento leyo hayi bafowethu hayi njengoba umunye ke washo izolo ukuthi uChiko lo mgodi awubhubhayo and ngiyafisa ukuthi kulelo khuzana kule incompetence akhuluma ngayo uChiko ukuthi Mngomezulu he's so incompetent so wish ukuthi angahamba ayo lokhuza aye lapha enkantolo abhekane nayo Mngomezulu 1-on-1 noMngomezulu kuzoprova le incompetence kaMngomezulu ukuthi mase bebhekene bobabili man to man ukuthi kahle le incompetence kade ekhuluma ngaye uzokwazi ukuyiprove ukuthi this guy is so incompetent ngalendlela kade esho ngaye because like uthatha igaba likaMngomezulu because uMngomezulu is doing his job very well yabo so hi that guy bafethu siyabonga umsebenzi enenzayo muhle kakhulu ngini yazi ngivuka ekseni ngo4 kusasa ekseni ngiyemsebenzini but then nginqa umsebenzini enenzaba futhi I'm so much in like yabona yo guys keep on like ngiyacela Mr Anonymous nasi Emily ngifuna ukujoina kuba yimember ngiyabona abafowethu la RCK Moyo what labonke laba ngifuna ukujoina nami kube yimember ngiyalike each and every time I think sebenzisa but maybe 2 or 3 phones so ngifaka ama-like ngapha nangapha ngifuna ukujoina kube yimember nami
siyabonga mfethu
thank you so much siyabonga
how do I become a member?
Bazokuchazela lapha ekuma comment ake ngishile kubona or ungangithola maybe ungasithola emini then sikwazi ukuthi sichaze yeah
okay
but nje kunalo join button lo ungafollowsha lo join button lo after subscribing
subscribe
kuno join button follow that join button
yeah. Okay, guys, keep on like doing the good work, guys. You made me like to follow this, even though like we are losing hope, but then through your deliberation, like guys, it like yazi homework about this case. But yeah, guys, keep up doing the good work, guys. Thank you, guys.
Siyabonga
kakhulu.
Thank you. Emily, please.
Oh, a lot was said, Mr. Anonymous.
Just summarize.
Yeah. He said that everyone can see what is happening in that court. Everybody can see. Only people that are lazy to think cannot see what is happening. And he said that the last time Musia appeared, he started off by apologizing when he came back de novo. And he said that what is happening in that court is very sad. When Mngomezulu said that it's an ambush, and when he said what he was saying in the court, he almost cried. The caller said he almost cried because it was very emotional. Baloyi is a reputable prosecutor, so he's kind of shocked at the stuff that he's doing. And he said that the fact that the judge is also quiet and it's painful what is happening to the accused. Speaking of Chico Twala, when he was speaking of the gun, that his gun and accused number 3's gun were taken for ballistics at the same time, where does he get that information? He questions. And Mngomezulu also saying that, Chico saying that Mngomezulu is incompetent, he should go to court and face Mngomezulu man to man because Mngomezulu is doing his job.
Thank you. Right. Let's hear this. Here's someone on WhatsApp. The bank statements are useless actually because they only prove they were in Gauteng, not in Spaza House. Let's do Mzansi reality petition against Judge Rata. I just pressed the like button. Yeah, let's hear what this column. Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello.
How are you guys?
We'll see a pile of it. Uyasilahlekela mfowethu.
But I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you a bit now. Please try to shoot.
Okay. You remember that anonymous, the guy who says he's working for SAPS
Yes.
from Bumalanga. He's called Thomas Beck.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
After that guy, I went into my research. I have a cousin who's working for SAPS. I asked him about this cold case. All the guys who are working for SAPS, they have a question about this cold case. Is this based on how they end? Because here in Western Cape, they don't have such unit. Western Cape, they don't have such unit. And KZN, they don't know of such unit. The guy called his guys who joined the SAPS with him. Some of them took transfer because we know how they can be. Some of his friends, they are working in Eastern Cape, and they are working in KZN.
Yeah.
I worked for 5-6 years and then took transfer. He called them. I asked him, hey man, you need to do this because this case is teaching us a lot of things. We hear this, we go do our own research. I went to him for the purpose of doing my own research. Guys, they don't know about this called teaching. It's another red flag. Today in the movie, it was straight to the point. The judges, I don't know whether just judge on the film or something. He's entertaining a lot of useless stuff. Mngomezulu said, this incident happened on 2014. Phone calls and statement from 2018 has nothing to do with the matter of Senzo Meyiwa. What are we doing with this? All this information was being bombarded with unnecessary documents. The judge couldn't respond. All these statements from 2018, phone calls, everything. How are they going to help them to solve this? I don't know this judgment. He's pointing people to fingers in court, and we must be professional. The message subject. What is professional about that court?
Yeah.
There is nothing. And then you expect South Africa to be professional.
Yeah.
The matter is still on going subject. The nonsense is subject to them. I think that they are judging my one thousand everything.
Thank you. Thank you.
So for those who couldn't hear, he said he made his own research.
Yeah.
And he asked SAPS, the people he knows.
Yeah.
And they say they don't know anything about this cold case division.
There you
They
go.
don't know it.
Right. Right. Let me just get some. Ramasipi mentioned that the phone number they said it's for Ntanzi, it actually belongs to someone else. And Rata quickly said Baloyi must subpoena that person. It becomes difficult to read when people. Mzansi, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Doing great.
Good.
I'm okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Our judge for the country. He actually made me laugh today. defense are busy complaining about the state. Instead, he's saying, I can even give you 2 weeks.
You know?
Oh, God, this is crazy, man.
How long do you want? I can even give you 2 weeks.
Yo, I was expecting him to say something. To say, hey, why are you always giving a new... He's just saying, I can even give you 2 weeks. The time is giving 2 weeks. That 2 weeks is talking about is giving Belinda enough time to cook, to do more cooking.
Allegedly.
Because things are very bad for Belinda. But the only thing I can say, it's not a secret. What is this guy's name?
Which one?
People are saying he's very well known in KZN. I don't know how, because I only started to know him, to know about him when I'm following this case. Chico. Yeah.
Oh, Chico. Yes.
Do you know Chico is more dangerous than Belinda? Chico is dangerous. He's dangerous, and he's not hiding it. He's not.
It's alleged,
because
right?
for him to go to Kaya FM and complain about the defense while his son is being accused of the case, that tells you he's dangerous. That's being dangerous alone. That's being dangerous. But the judge allows him. He's very funny.
Yeah.
Really very funny.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Then I went to Twitter. People are like mad what he did today. It's too obvious. It's just too obvious. If there's someone still don't see this judge, no. I was shocked. There's actually the tweet that has the views more than like big numbers of views, where he said Baloyi, he's a protected man. I concur with him. He is. Because look how he do things. Mngomezulu, he was very clear. Very clear. I was expecting the judge to say something. Guess what? I can even give you 2 weeks. He's not saying about anything about what Mngomezulu mentioned. And then Baloyi, he's saying to Mshololo, okay, Mshololo's English is not perfect, but doesn't matter. She makes her point. Uti Enena, I know English is not our first language. It's not like my colleague saying I'm being dishonest. And then Mshololo, she loses her temper, then she starts saying, no, it's fine, my lord. State, I'm honest. This was just funny. But, Baloyi. If you look at the AAK trial and this Senzo Meyiwa one, two different things.
Yeah.
We are wondering. But they both state, but look at the lawyers that are there. Look at the lawyers that are there. And the judge, it's like someone told him that don't say anything. How can they take a judge that retired to the trial? Because he has nothing to lose. He has nothing to lose. We can complain left and right. He has nothing to lose after all. He has nothing to lose. And they've done this on purpose because if they took the judge that is still working, the judge are not going to be heard. That's why. They take an old man that is retired. Busy saying, Mina uma wami ukhuluma isiZulu. But when you listen to isiZulu, it's like cut.
Yeah. No.
But because he wants to defend the state, he can do anything, he can say anything. In interfere, you don't even wait for the defense to finish the sentence. You interfere. Look at him. If the defense are talking, he's putting his hand on his mouth after. It's like he don't care. He's just waiting for them to finish. Even before they finish, he will have something to say. That's why Ministry always saying, my lord, Can I finish?
Yeah.
When Balloy speaks, he pays attention. Will never see his hand in his mouth. He will be looking at the state. But when defense are talking, the hands will be on the mouth like he's looking down. He's looking, making,
Yeah, I'm sure they've heard you.
Yeah,
I feel
but
your anger.
I love you guys.
I feel
Thank
your
you.
anger. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Hey, thank
Let's
you,
just
guys.
welcome the members, Bongi, Lake, and Sibusiso Mhlongo.
Thank you guys
for
for
joining our
joining.
members. We welcome you. Right. Let's hear what other people have to say.
Okay.
Mzansi, hello. Let's keep it short, guys. Mzansi, hello.
Hi, how are you guys?
You're doing great.
Great.
Doing great.
Yeah, yesterday when I was watching the trial, I just wanted to cry tears when I was looking at Ntanzi. I mean, the guy has been on remand for almost 4 years. His life is on hold, and all these postponements, new evidence. I'm just imagining it must just be taking a toll on his mental health, and it's just adding more stress to what is already happening to him.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about this infamous disc. This infamous disc that was given in October 2023. I'm just wondering. Baloyi keeps saying, "Oh, we gave them the disc Malone in 2023." Why did they not give them the disc in 2022 before the trial started? Do you know what I mean? Like, the second question I've got is, what probable cause did they have to arrest the 5 guys for this trial? Was it only based on Zungu's statement? Because it seems like they don't have anything besides the statement, and it seems like they were not ready for trial as well, because they keep adding more and more and more and more things as the trial is progressing.
Yeah.
And I know I didn't hear him properly, but I was quite shocked when he said something like as the defense raises questions during cross-examination, they are actually allowed to bring new evidence based on what was raised. I mean, I was quite shocked. Is that really how things happen? And then Host said that, when Host came in the first time, he said that he was giving evidence based on what Steyn did, right? So during the break, did he now go and correct his mistake? So now he's saying, "Oh, I went and had a look at everything." So now accused number 3 is in the mix. So every time when there's an adjournment, these witnesses go back and they fix their mistakes, and then they come back with new evidence.
Yes.
So the script just keeps getting better and better as we go. And then lastly, with the old man, we need to understand that this old man is a contractor. I mean, imagine that if they called him out of retirement, he's working as a contractor. So obviously he's getting paid per day. So as long as this trial keeps going on and on and on and on, he's benefiting because he's getting paid per day to sit there. It's not like he's sitting there for free. This is our money that's paying him. So he can drag this thing until tomorrow, until 10 years, and he's still getting paid a day. But that's all I wanted to say, guys. To the viewers, please like the video. We're begging you to like the video. People are trying to silence us here, and you're not helping the situation by not liking the video. Like the videos, please, and share and comment.
Thank you.
This channel is because you are. This channel is because you are.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. I love you so much. Have a good night. Bye.
Thank you, guys. I hope you heard it loud and clear. That's why we like the voice is being suppressed.
Look, I even play.
Hi, Emily, and hi, Mr. Ano. Now, I think we need to really applaud Advocate Msholo and Advocate Mngomezulu by putting it on the record that this is a trial by ambush. And one other thing, I don't know, Mr. Ano, let's say in a trial, if the state has a case, like Mngomezulu put it, that the state is the dominant seat of this case, the onus relies on the state to prove their case beyond reasonable doubt, not defend things that are there. That's why in any case, it's an examination, cross-examination, and re-examination.
Yeah.
The state must just put their evidence there as the dominant licit, and the defense must defend the evidence that is brought before the judge, and the judge will make a determination based on what is in front of him. Now, in this case, tables are turned. It's like the defense is the dominant licit, the onus is on the defense to prove its case, and the state is defending that case. Hence, actually, Mngomezulu needed to remind the judge that whatever that Advocate Ramosipeli said, that accused number 1 was not in Gauteng, it's fine. The state mustn't defend that, must prove its case that actually this person was in Gauteng in 2014. That's how this trial must be. Simple as that. Not try to defend it, because now if the state is now going to go after everything that the defense is saying and try to defend it, that means we're not going to have the end of this case, because they are going to do that, and the defense is also now going to come and rebut that evidence. Now, when will the judge make its decision? Hence, Advocate Mngomezulu once said it to Advocate Baloyi that it's like they are building this case as it goes along, and which that can be fair to the accused persons. Clearly, the whole thing, it shows that there's a cooking, allegedly. Hence, people are sending things around 11 o'clock, midnight. I loved how Mshololo put it, that they should have told us not to sleep, because they are going to send things at 11 o'clock. And in the morning, they come and said, my lord, I believe that my learned colleague are ready to proceed. How do you proceed when you receive documents at 11 o'clock when you are sleeping? I don't understand how Baloyi is operating. Lastly, Rob versus Hepworth. We know that it's not working when it comes to the defense. It's only for the state. But 1928 today, he was defeated. The submission of Mngomezulu and the submission of Mshololo really put the judge in his place. Until now, he tried and behaved like a father who's having 2 children and he favors one than the other. Because now, when you are in that position and the one you favor is the one that makes mistakes, you always don't know how to defend. And you will say, no, the whole week I will come here, even next week, to come and make sure that Advocate Baloyi is giving you this. Just tell Baloyi straight, man, look, stop playing these games, these monkey tricks like Tifo said it. Give the defense everything you have. If you don't have anything, tell us now so that we put this trial out, because you are not ready to proceed with the trial. Simple as that. You don't need to come and play games as if you will come and supervise yourself. For what? Because just tell the person, because Baloyi will keep on doing this. This is not going to be the end of it. They will come Monday, something will still not be finished to the defense, and again and again and again. No, thank you guys. Let's wait for Monday and we'll see. Monday, they will bring something of 2023, 2020, 2021. Have a great night, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are tired as a nation.
Let's like the video, guys. I'm even playing your voice notes. Come on, guys.
Hello, Emily and Anonymous. Yo, hi, Shem. This judge. Unesinyama, Shem. And uzenza yemthwalo nesinyama. Uyadina. Uma ngimbukele nje ngibukela icase, vele kune something ngikanye nyama. Awuyadina, Shem. No. Awazi ukwenza nje.
You're saying Baloyi is annoying?
The judge.
Good evening, Emelina, Mr. Anonymous, and the family. You know what? Le boyikos ephekwa sestate uBaloyi nosibanda wakhe norata. It's terrible. They are doing a terrible job at it. It only has amanzi nama spices, no veggies, no meat. They are still going to hunt for an animal to slaughter for this boyikos. Judge needs to veer this ship back to the shore and anchor it there. We need to go back to the real matter at hand, which is the killing of Senzo. Hi, when are we ever going to wrap up this case, Mara, at this rate? Hi, nankatele ngurata no Baloyi.
Oh yes, Sanbonani, Emily, Mr. Anani. It's funny if you have burnt a disk, right? So you collect your information, you gather your information, you label it, whatever you do. You compile all the compilation that you do, and then when you're satisfied with it, you burn it into a disk, right? So something happens with the disk, someone else doesn't get it, it's broken, whatever. Isn't it a question of you going back to your source where you compiled it and saved it before you burnt it on a disk, to just print it out and say, this is why does it have to take weeks on end? This is information that you've had already, as Mr. Baloyi says, in October last year, when he collected compiled everything, sent it to the defense, October last year, and he emphasized that. So since they didn't get it, how long? You've done all the work. You have done and compiled and double-checked. How do you not go back to your source? Because your source is not corrupted. It's not encrypted. Okay, you didn't encrypt anything. You sent a perfectly fine CD, but it got lost along the way, or they couldn't, or their laptops are not functional, compatible. Isn't it a question of minutes of you going back? It's like sending an email. You send an email, you've read it, you've proofread it, you've double-checked the spelling and everything. If a person says they didn't get it, and you have to, escalate it, don't you just go back to your sent mails and then resend it to someone else or print it just like that? What are you compiling again? I am so angry and lost about this whole thing. It's so sad, guys, and it is just so personal. If there's one person who is more unlucky than I am in South Africa, is accused number 2, and he honestly gives me the reason to continue breathing, because I feel maybe if there's one thing that needs to go right is for him to get his justice. Thank you. You're doing a great job, Mzansi. You are wonderful. Good night.
Thank you. Right. I just wanted to make sure that I finished this.
Good evening, guys. As I did say before, that this judge is now helping the state into what I do not know whether prove that these guys are guilty. Because if you look at it correctly, we are busy running now that this is my number, that is not my number, this is my number. As you were saying, Mr. Anonymous, say that is what is happening in that court. And if you look at it, we are reading this statement, bank statements. For what reason? To rebut the evidence that this guy is saying that we were not in there. And in this evidence or this bank statement, I never heard that they withdraw money on the day in question in Phosphorus or in Johannesburg. It doesn't specify. It only says the airtime on the day in question.
Done. Right. Let's keep the calls coming, guys. It's like the video. I just wanted to make sure that I also cater for WhatsApp people. Let's hear what the scholar is to say. Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello.
Hello, njani sis.
Sikhona mfethu. Awuthole nje indawo ekahle ngazuthi clear nyana.
Angitholi namanje.
Siyakuthola mfethu.
Siyakuthola manje.
Hayi no, mina yazi ukuthi engikubukayo uqala lapha kulokho engaye ngakusho ngathi lapha kwi trial ubufakaza ababuthula lapha sebeyashayisana nobufakazi ofanele bekhiphe manje. So wonke umuntu ofanele ezofakaza kuleli icala sekunzima ukuthi eze kuleli icala, yabo, ngoba sekuyaphambana. Okunye futhi engikubone namhla izolo, umzwile nibale esethi akabuyi ngalesikhathi sekubuya, kusho ukuthi ngeviki leliyana ngoMonday lo akasabuyi uBaloyi, uzoba busy uMonday no Tuesday. Okuchaza ukuthi uBaloyi lemqinga ayilethe lapha ayiphelele. Izinto lezi ezifunwa abamele ngathotha azikho kwakuba bikho nje kule yamqingo le. So wenzela ukuthi usibandelo ebese ephakama ethi hayi no uBaloyi Monday ephinde ethi uBaloyi ngoTuesday ebese biza ufakazi omunye bese kuyakhohlekwa yilento ebese mangabe ebuya uBaloyi ebuye sekukhona omunye ufakazi omile kuyistand. Kahle ayikho into ekhona lapha, ayikho nje into ekhona. Nokunye futhi engeke ngaphinde ngakubuka ukuthi ngeke engazithi ijaji lenza mawala manje, selenza mawala kakhulu manje. Lento lena fanele ngabe into ekudala nje ichithiwe, ayikho ngoba ingekho. Ayikho nje into abanayo kahle kuleli icala, akukho kwake kwaba khona. Yabona nje ngeke ngathula ngabuka lokhu phakama kaMngomezulu eshethi uphethe ilokuza kaKheli echaza ukuthi akazange zexhumane nalabo fakazi. Uyamajina ukuthi ubani uhost lo selethele yamqingo leya ukuthi fanele ngabe khona la asho khona ukuthi accused number 5 uyaxhumana noKheli. Njobe ebuyele emuva nje uforce ngeke sabuya ngoMonday lo yana ikhanda liyavutha kuyimanje ukuthi sengizoyithini lento ngani ngoba into engiyiphekile already vele nje sekuyabheda. Angithi wabona ukuthi uRamosipile naye mayiphakamisa inamba ukuthi kwahlehla ilahlehla icala lihlehliswa ukuthi usethele inamba le akusiyona accused number 2. lahlehla icala
Yeah.
lihlehliswa ukuthi basayokhukha futhi kabusha ukuthi manje inkinga sekuvele sekukubameli so nje leyanto leyana into engekho leya kudlalwa ngathi nje lapha siyabonga kakhulu bafowethu
Siyabonga.
Okay.
Okay.
Good morning, family. Hayi. Engifuna ukusho nje, angiyawusaba umuntu odla ubaloyi. Inkunzi malanga.
Allegedly. Okay. South African name. Okay, Emil, please explain that.
So, yeah, he said that when he looks at the trial within the trial, the evidence that they gave in the trial within the trial is contradicting the one that they're trying to go on in the trial with. And he said that Baloyi said or mentioned he's not coming back on the 13th and the 14th. So that is to give ample time to Sibanda to now finish with this witness so that by the time he comes back, there'll be another witness and then they can move on and swiftly forget about some of the things that are trying to happen. So Sibia will be saying that Baloyi will be returning, or like dragging, you know what Sibanda does. It's not Sibanda, you know what he does. And the judge should have dismissed this case. Mngomezulu also mentioned with the section 205 of khumalo that he has it in his possession and that is what it said. However, Mngomezulu did not connect accused number 5 to khumalo at all. So that section 205, you can tell that it's already different to what the information that Host is testifying about. So Ramasipili also said that that number of accused number 2 does not belong to accused number 2, and it's been cricket ever since. And he's saying this trial basically there's no case for the state.
Well, what is nice about 375 is that the investigation there, seemingly it was done like in a proper way.
Yes.
So everything that comes there contradicts what is happening this side. Because
it has the power.
You know, these cases, this one, it's like it was born out of 375, but it's not that way. 375 is younger than this case.
Yes.
Which is very funny.
Which is weird.
If you listen to them both, it's like it was born. So this one is like it's a kid from this one.
Yes.
You know?
And you're expecting 636 to have more weight.
It's like someone stole an idea of 375 and then twisted there and there. And then, but on the other side, 636 was the first one. I was even surprised when I heard that. So I was still reading this. Ramsipil mentioned that the phone number, they said it is for Ntanzi, actually belongs to someone else, and Rata quickly said Baloyi must subpoena that person, yet Kelly's name has been mentioned many times in court, but Rata never tells Baloyi to subpoena her. This court is something else. I wonder if they are going to call the nurse and the doctor who attended to Senzo in hospital, because I'm sure they will tell us something different, that Senzo was gone long time ago when he arrived in hospital. Meaning DOA, which is, I don't want to use the word, dead on arrival. Wafika imzimba kuphela, umphefumulo wase ungasekho. Yes. Covered, Emil.
Can you play that recording, please?
Which recording?
The one about Baloyi. The recording you played before I translated.
About Baloyi?
It's a voice recording. I don't think you played all of it.
No, it's finished.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was alleged to that extent. It was quick. It was done. Nothing more. Guys, it's like the video.
I thought there was more.
Like the video, share the video and keep the voice notes coming. And you can call, guys, call. Because I know once you guys call simultaneously. And I have to pick and choose who I answer. And that's not what I want to do. I want everyone to get their fair chance. Yeah. And if you guys are done, it's not a problem. The joke for me was when the state fought tooth and nail for the confession to be admitted, only to have egg on their faces. They thought they did something. Hey, that this case, honestly speaking, we can speak whatever we want to speak. This case is just, lack of a better word, useless. Mzansi, hello. Volume, please. Mzansi, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Yes.
I'm done analyzing this case. It can give you bipolar. Sometimes okay, fine. Can you imagine? I have a thought though. Can you imagine if Rata would do all the juries as usual, allegedly, and at the end you find that he is declared mentally unfit? What would happen? Okay, it's just a thought. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't think he is, though. He's a judge.
Thank you.
I think they've tested him.
Who tested them? Just leave it there. Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. Allegedly, that's done. There's nothing else. That's done. It's just a theory. Let's not pursue it. But I think I would take it offline.
Allegedly, everything is alleged.
It's one of those that are very allegedly. Right. So, guys, if you're not gonna call,
I don't understand why they want to stop this thing of using retired judges.
They should.
It's not.
They should. They should. There are a lot of things that happen when you get old. In all honesty, there are a lot of things that happen when you get old. You should be resting at home. This thing of bringing us, we have a lot of educated people here. Why are they not admitting a lot of people who did?
You know that the law graduates are crying now because they cannot find employment. They cannot find places to do their articles. It's really bad. It seems like
there's even gatekeeping.
There's also gatekeeping. A lot is happening in the law field. So this thing of people that should be resting,
and then we have people who undermine lawyers that have studied at UNISA and that. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, if you can.
Law graduates, especially the younger ones, it's really bad. Some of them have had to take call center jobs. Some of it.
Yeah.
It's frustrated. They're frustrated.
I think I know about 4 who are not practicing, not doing anything.
Oh.
We just have LLB. That's it.
No,
and yet we are brought these judges. But that's a tendency.
Give the young people.
It's a tendency that is happening all over in this
everywhere.
Country. That's a problem.
Retire even when the retirement age comes.
Because the law side is almost in line with what happens in economy. The decisions that are allowed through law. Yes. So that's why you're going to see this resistance of old people staying there and telling us they've been practicing for 50 years. For what? For what? We don't care. You've been practicing for 50 years. You should be resting.
Go rest.
You're chilling. You're enjoying life.
Enjoy your life. Get a house by the beach. Do what Stein did. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your life. Enjoy it.
Look at what Stein did.
Yes, he bought a beach house in Cape Town.
He's viewing proper stuff
there. He's looking at the ocean.
He's going there fishing if he wants to go fish. When you are here in this court, you are dealing with young kids. Their lives are being ruined in front of you. In my own opinion.
It's not on. The Delani Abasha, Bafundile Pela, they studied very hard. It's difficult to study. It's not easy.
If there was someone I would like to bring back, guys, I'm now on live of it. I'm fit. Even today, if he was to say, I'm a president, I want to be a president, now I'll vote.
You'll vote for him.
Oh, it's not even a question. I'll vote.
Yeah, he's a rare breed.
I am vote.
He's a rare breed. I remember him speaking in very difficult times,
Hey.
remaining with the truth, remaining with what he knows is the truth. So it was a difficult time, not so long ago, but he was speaking.
I'm fit. That man. I mean, not really. I won't lie
Not
to you.
corrupted morally.
Yo. That's why, I mean, people like that, they don't serve
I think it's
properly
the first
until they
person
finish.
that I've heard them narrate how people are captured in advance.
Yo.
I didn't know such a thing and a phenomena existed, but he painted it and explained it so well that I caught it.
When he speaks, I
understood.
listen. When he speaks, I listen. People like that, it's a rare breed. And then also, for me, Hlope. Hlope mfethu.
Even just.
And I like that man also. I think I can relate. People like Boss Kakane, I can relate
Even
to those
Skakani, yes.
people. Mpofu.
Dalimpofu.
Yeah, Ngcukaitobi.
That one.
It's not.
I don't know yet.
It's not for me. It's not for me. I don't know. Other people, I'm but if that's if we were to choose one judge that we had to bring back, I would bring back Mohoeng. Any day, any time. It's like that issue of Bo Brian Mulif. I may not bring back those people. If they say, hey, I'll take them back, I'll say, we're on Buffett. Say I file load shading now. You guys have been gone. Guys, thank you very much.
What can we say? What can we do? It is what it is.
Hey, we are gossiping now. This is the things that we should be doing. Get the membership side.
Yes.
Mami, thank you. Chuku, Anna, thank you. Snentlata paying our moderator, thank you very much. And the answer came with our moderator. Thank you very much. You guys have pushed with the group, the likes, net.
Yes.
You guys follow each other. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good man, Mtiane, thank you. We see you. You are here. And who's this? Mamela. So we see you, Chris Q. We see you, Chuku Anna. We see you, Mabo. I'm reading your name from Mabo's comment, and I know that you are here, Chuku Anna. That's why it's easy to the same name I remember. Owen Coman, our member. Thank you.
In a university, trying to intervene with progression of law. Debating with 20-year-olds.
Oh, I think one person that I would actually like to see one day if he was to eventually get to those position of being Chief Justice is Mngomezulu Dlamini. Mngomezulu Dlamini also, I would like to see him.
Must fall,
Yeah, for me, if I was to be a president, those are people that I would shoot straight. Say, you go there.
By the way, Rata is the one who gave him a criminal record.
Yes. Hey, Rata is always there. And young kids. That's the problem. You should worry you that you find yourself sentencing or even giving a young kid criminal record.
Now he's researching with all of that law knowledge.
And when he
He's
speaks,
limited to being a researcher now.
when he speaks, you listen. You listen. And Sibanda, thank you. Michelle Lee, thank you, member. I think, let me see who I'm missing. Okay, I'm going up now. Tabiso M. Daung, thank you for being with us. Lusanda Sila, thank you for being with us. Snenhlanhla Bing. Okay, I've mentioned you. Pepelo Kuma. Thank you. I'm trying, Emily, you're going to assist me. Estantuli. Thank you. Gift Nyati. Thank you. Penelope. Thank you. Jeremiah. Thank you. I thought I was going to get help. Raul. Thank you. Sizum Kaka. Thank you. Lady C, I'm going up. Thank you. Samgelo. Thank you. Okay. Sims Kaba. Thank you. I think you said Sims Kaba. Is it wrong? You said that you like the way I say your name. Is it wrong? Am I butchering it? Nolukanyo Nkau. Thank you. Monet D. Thank you. Goodman, I've mentioned you. Vivian, thank you. It's difficult facing the light. Let's see.
I'm really.
Oliswa Sandisiwe, thank you.
Owen Komani.
Yeah.
Mamela Skunana.
Mentioned. Tulitus. If you are not, I saw you somewhere. I'm just calling you out of my head. Lady C. You're becoming a regular, Lady C. I think you're not even becoming a regular.
Goodman Tiani.
Yeah.
Pepelo Kuma.
Yes. Backyard Mechanic, our member. Thank you. See, and welcome to new members. Long. Hey. Emil.
Yes.
Can you please pronounce for me this one South Land?
I can't see. Oh, I can't even see it on my phone.
Yeah. Please pronounce for me. Really? You have that bad eyesight?
It's really bad. Can't you highlight it a bit?
I have.
It's not highlighted.
It's M-A-O.
M-A-O.
Motwane, I think.
M-A-O. Spell it for me.
M-A-O-T-W-A-N-E. Motwane.
Motwane, yes.
Yeah, Motwane.
Motwane.
Yes, that's our member. That's why I wanted to learn the name.
Motwane, yes.
Motwane, yes. Lungi N.
Why am I
Lunga
not
N.
seeing these names on my device? Why?
Because you are watching it live, and I'm cooking at the back.
How? No, I cannot see.
You can, because it shows what has passed. Right, guys. Thank you very much.
Jeremiah Kalakhosi.
Yes, Jeremiah.
N. Mrauli Sibanda Sikatele.
Podi.
Wisile Stierman. And Mabo Kubiani. Thank you guys for joining us. Yo, Munei D.
Yes.
And Ned.
See, Mabo, you want me to talk about Kaizer Chiefs? No. I'm not talking about Kaizer Chiefs.
No,
I'm
you
not.
are not upsetting our people
I'm not.
here,
I
our
see people,
family who are Kaizer Chiefs fans. They become very upset.
I see
and
people
I don't
writing
like
down there, but I am not. I'm not going to upset anyone.
I'm going to protect
Nothing
their
happened.
fragile
I'm also
hearts
angry
right now.
that Sundowns won the league before we even. I think we're still far from finishing the games. Sundowns has won the league. It's very sad. It's a sad day. We should be ashamed, all of us. And no one should talk about anyone. No one, I mean no one should point any of their 5 fingers to anyone. No one. Everyone must be ashamed because Sundowns is just doing this thing week in, week out. A small team from Mamelodi. A small team from that side. No one's going to point any 5 fingers. If you point 5 fingers, one is pointing at you. So I'm not going to talk about anything.
If you point 5 fingers, one is pointing at you. How does that work?
Yeah. You'll understand one day. Guys, by the way, I would like to have one person who knows soccer here.
Yes, shout out to any person who loves
and knows
who loves soccer in particular.
Yes.
Soccer.
We are in need of that skill.
We are in need of it. Please use the number that's scrolling down below and express how much you love soccer.
Yes. If you feel that you can speak about soccer day in, day out,
you are that
please,
passionate.
We are in need of those people so that we can have you talking about those things, not in this way. No, not in this video. You see, this video is not for that. See?
Yes, the sports community of Mzansi reality needs to
Can
come
be
together.
pointing 5 fingers to people and then one finger is pointing at you. No, 5 fingers. Guys, thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I'm sorry, Kaiser Chiefs. I'm very, very sorry. I apologize. I don't know
Bye-bye.
what is happening. Maybe you need a meeting with Babu Mtaung. Something needs to
Let's
be.
not talk about this thing. No football
Something.
here. No football. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.